we're back. So first things first, that's what the menu looks like. Red new shoulder. That's kind of cool. Let's go back to baby bat. I mean, I'm just attached to that thing. Second thing, so I was really wrong about the letters in the bottle, and I tried to cut too much of that rambling out. Basically, the large bottles were the spoiler ones. So there are 5 of those, and they're from like random people in the story, and you don't get them if you haven't completed that section of the story. However, the small ones and the medium ones, those small bottles and the medium bottles, are actually messages from like devs masquerading as like in-law stuff kind of thing. Well, not in-law stuff, masquerading as people from within AORs here. So those were the thank you letters. There were 6 small and 7 medium, I think, of those letters. I didn't want to add them all in. You can go look at various like information sites, and I think there are some people that have actually recorded each of them individually, so you can go look at those. I didn't want to make the episode so much longer than it needed to be, because there are a lot of them. But yeah, so I was completely wrong about that. But anyway, let's get started with Curious George here. So yep, we're going to get Inner Beast. Welcome back, my friend. I can see that you've not neglected your training. For my part, I fear that deciphering the ancient chronicles of my people is proving to be much more demanding a task than I imagined. Mind you, it hasn't helped that I've been somewhat preoccupied of late. A comrade of mine from my days in the company of heroes asked me to do a favour, and it's taking me back and forth across the realm like some bloody ferry. I'm on a hunt for some mysterious feral beast that's been terrorizing small folk. People don't know where this monstrosity came from, but witnesses say that its thirst for blood is unlike anything they've ever seen. Unfortunately, the time I've spent in pursuit of these beasts is time I've not spent studying the chronicles. I'm sorry to say I have made little progress. However, while on the road, I was able to decipher one passage that may be of interest to us both. From what I can gather, the chronicle tells of an ancient set of armour forged by my ancestors in the flames of the Seven Hells, and inscribed with the same arcane incantations that adorn the soul of the warrior. It would seem that this mighty armour was passed down from hero to apprentice for centuries, until one man, driven by rage and vainglory, casts all 5 pieces from Abelathia's highest peak. Since that day, the armour has remained lost, and with it the power that it harbours. As far as I can make out, the next passage in the chronicle concerns the whereabouts of these missing artifacts, though I have only been able to make sense of an odd word thus far. Still, I must confess some excitement. Imagine what a warrior clad in such garb could achieve. If only my brother were here, we could decipher the text together and spread the teachings of our people to the entire realm. Alas, he is not. His whereabouts are as hidden to me as those of the ancient armour. I would have liked to meet him, if only so that I would like you have met him, if only so that you could have looked upon a true warrior. Well, perhaps you still shall, and yours is not as large as most people perceive. Paths cross, fates intertwine, such is the wheel of the spinner. It may be that my brother has chosen a similar path to mine, but I have rambled long enough. You are here to take the next step in your training, and so shall I oblige. So I shall oblige. In the southern reaches of Thanalan is the Sagoli Desert, god-forsaken wasteland of naught but sand that stretches as far as the eye can see. It is here that the Leviathan of the Dune lurks, a sandworm of gargantuan proportions. When facing this mammoth creature, you will soon realize that the feeble attacks and slashes of your puny axe are ill-suited to the task of felling such a foe. But do not let this dissuade you. Waking the slumbering beast within, and summon forth a strength that transcends the limits of your physical form. Mind you, first you'll have to find the beast, and that might prove a tall order in itself. the Yu tribe that inhabits Forgotten Springs is wise to the movements of the denizens of the desert. Should you want for guidance, I'd wager they could set you in the right direction. Okay, so we are going to Forgotten Springs. Thankfully we've been there in the story already, so we can just teleport. No, we can't. We have not been there. We've been to Little Alameda, but we didn't get a photo down. So what I might do is, it's a long trek. Alright, we'll cut the episode here, and then we'll come back once we're in Forgotten Springs. Alright, we're here in Forgotten Springs. You have to go in through the gate, just in case you weren't aware. And you have to run past some level 40 stuff as well, which is annoying. So yeah, so we're here, I've attuned to the Aetherite, I've talked to the Chocobo Keep, let's get going. The Leviathan of the Dunes saw the fearsome bugger not a week ago, preying upon a group of merchants south of Beergut Strike. The smart one dropped their wares and turned tail and ran. The dumb ones, well, at least they can say they died rich. I have seen the beast. Stands 3 melons high he does, and stirs up a storm with each writhe and wriggle. Showed up in my hunting field some years ago, and has been swallowing up my whole would-be prey in that gaping maw of his ever since. Sandworms are particularly sensitive to vibrations in the earth, such as those made by running. If you're looking to summon one of the beasts, then I might suggest you search for their tracks and then run about, making as much of a clamour as possible. I would also suggest you seek a cure for your madness. Oh. The madness that caused me to run into a wall. Alright, so we gotta get all the way down there. Okay, it's fully repaired, so we don't need to talk to that guy. Yeah, so there's some cool stuff here. It's kind of like, oh, we haven't been there, but there's a place in Limsa that's kind of similar. Actually, we might have been there. Bronze Lake, no, we haven't. Never mind. Over here somewhere. I think it's over here, or it might be over here. This is where you get mithril from. Mining it. As I said, I know where those are. So I'm assuming we have to just walk here. I kind of want to bugger. Alright, well, let's get Jasper out. Come on. Oh yeah, we should also shit. Alright, here we go. Is that done? Oh, we haven't. There we go. Now we've got redemption on. Oh, defiance. I don't know why I thought it was redemption. Face him away from me, old Jasper. Oh, I haven't checked. No, Jasper's still only rank 3. I haven't really been using him much, so. Alright, done. Report back to Curious George. I'm assuming he's still in Fool's Fall or whatever it's called. Oh, Scarlett, your crystal grows ever stronger. In felling the raging sandworm, the beast within you slowly but surely rouses to wakefulness. When you next do battle, methinks you'll find yourself capable of movements heretofore unfamiliar to you. When you have mastered your new talents, return to me in the meanwhile. I shall continue my study of the ancient text. Probably a little lady. hear the whisper of the legend and such guys. Okay, so we've got heaps of time, so let's go on to Wrath of Titan, which unfortunately is back in there. I say unfortunately because it actually brings you to Frosted also. So, I'll see you over there. Okay, we're back. We're in front of Minfilia. Let's get this done.
The Maelstrom requests our assistance.
Concerning the kobolds they sent such copious notes on, I presume?
Yes. And no. It has more to do with their findings, which portend a peril far greater than any beast tribe.
What sort of peril?
The worst kind. A tribe of kobolds in the vicinity of Limsa Lominsa has reawakened Titan. Our task will be to slay the Primal. The Maelstrom have sworn support for the endeavor. They are no strangers to the havoc kobolds can wreak.
Years before the Grand Company's reformation, two primals, Leviathan and Titan, chanced to converge upon the sea wall, wreaking untold devastation. There, by the grace of the Navigator, were the mercenaries Merlwyb hired able to fend them off. Yet it did not take long for the beast tribes to regroup, and they summoned their primals once more.
Thankfully, their second coming was decidedly short-lived, but that is beside the point. So long as tormented souls will them to exist, the realm will never be rid of primals.
The Maelstrom has kept a watchful eye upon the beast tribes, and the kobolds in particular, ever since. Which brings us to the matter at hand.
Unlike Ifrit, we know scarcely anything of Titan. Unfortunately, the only force known to have bested him, the modestly named Company of Heroes, disbanded 5 years since, and mercenaries are not in the habit of keeping chronicles.
Expect the worst. The Maelstrom's help is of course appreciated, but even if we had their whole armada at our disposal, we could still find ourselves overmatched. A pity the kobolds lack the gentle sensibilities of the sylphs. A peaceful resolution would be more than welcome. The Echo will not avail you this time, I fear. If you are to survive, your steel must needs speak for you. No one would think you a coward were you to decline.
So you will accept? Thank you.
We can't very well send her to Limsa Lominsa without Y'shtola. Can we, Minfilia?
May I ask that of you, Y'shtola?
I never thought it in question.
Ever reliable. Very well. We will spare no effort to win victory. You may count on the full support of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and all not afield will aid the fight from afar. Thancred, Ida, go to the Grand Companies, tell them of our plight and solicit their support. Urianger, send word to the students of Baldessian, and Alfino if you would. Papalimo, compile all the information we have on Titan, little though it may be. You will be apprised of the tactical situation when you reach the Sailor's Ward. Provision yourself for the journey. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
Okay, let's go. Alright, so speak with Rashashad Riki. Riki, back in Lenosha. Oh good, they're in the castle. Oh, that's probably Maelstrom Command, actually. Yeah, it is. Good to see you, Private Cerberus. The Scion sent word that you were on your way. To business then. It is as we told the antecedent. The kobolds have once again summoned Titan. A little over a moon ago, we began to observe the beastmen moving south in increasing numbers from Ugamoro. Our scouts subsequently confirmed the object of their aggression. Crystals. Fodder for their fell primal. Thank you, High Commander. You may leave the rest to me. Your deeds bring glory to the Maelstrom, Private Cerberus. Right proud I am to call you one of our own. Through the lack of forewarning, High Commander, the Admiral wished to address Scarlett personally. We're no strangers to conflict. Long have the Sahagan and the kobolds plagued our people. Nor this is the first time that we have to address a primal threat. In the past, when Titan rose to threaten the peace, it was to the company of heroes we turned. But they are long disbanded, and we must look to other brave souls blessed with strength to face this foe. So is that we now turn now to the Scions of the Seventh Thorn, confident in the belief that you are Limsa's best hope. I hope you are right, yet the situation is far from simple. The kobolds are not prone to unprovoked aggression. Did not the Thessalocracy make a pact with the beastmen that each would keep their own lands and that no blood would be shed? And was it not the Luminsons who violated this agreement, dissatisfied with their lot? Shall we then condemn the beastmen for defending their homes? Even a pirate must one day reap what he has sown. I would advise you to choose your words with greater care, Lady Y'shtola. Stand down, High Commander. She has the right of it. And the wrong is mine. Freely do I claim it. Yet it makes little difference. Remorse will not shield us from Titan's wrath. Or would you have us fall upon our swords? My apologies, Admiral. The safety and security of Limsa Laminsa's citizenry are, of course, of paramount concern. Already we have observed disruptions in the flow of aether further inland. The effects will be felt here in the city ere long. I ask much of you, I know, but the need is great. I trust I can count on you, Private. You have my thanks. Along with the full support of the Maelstrom, I await good tidings. That the kobolds should summon Titan demonstrates they are no longer amenable to negotiation. This being the case, we must needs prepare for conflict. Before we meet Titan in the field, however, it would be wise to learn all we can from our foe, and I can think of no better source of information than the mercenaries who defeated him once before. Company of Heroes may be no more, but several of its former members still live. It is said that one of them is employed at the Grey Fleet Mills in Lower Lenosha. Quite why a mercenary should choose to become a miller, I do not know. When you find him, mayhap you could ask for him for me. Meanwhile, I shall seek his fellows. Oh dear. What's that? The PvP. Alright, so we now need to go over to lower. So we'll go Costa del Sol. I'll make it over there. I'll quickly cut it here, and then I'll meet you back over there. Alright, we're back. Let's talk to Tractom. Lay down your burden, son. Come drain a pint with me. You'll have a grand old time. Find ye a lass or three. You gonna say something, Venturer, or just keep staring? Eh? You want to know about the Company of Heroes? Ah, hells. Price of bleeding fame. Can't a mill in peace no more? Still, seeing as you've come all this way, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to oblige you. Consider yourself lucky, lass. Old Tractrom was company's best axeman. Now, what was it you wanted to know? Money? Is this better than what we got? Yes, it is. I don't know if I've mentioned that, but I've melded some stuff into the equipment just to make it a bit better. It's mainly just tenacity because that's all I had, and I didn't want to spend money on materia at this level, especially. Yep, let's do this. Come on. Gah, so you want to hear the whole tale of how the company of heroes bested a primal, do you? Let me guess. You mean that bastard Titus, eh? Oh, if you'd be there to see it. 'Twas a mighty struggle, like the legends of old. Me and the boys fought him for 3 days and nights, we did. The ground trembled with every step Titus took, and when he hit your girl, it felt like a cannonball to the gut. Ugh, just like that. Wait, what's that look for? I'm a goddamn hero, I'll have you know. The people around here sing me praises. Don't tell me you only care about learning the secret tactics to use to beat old Titus. Well, too bad, because now I'm not feeling charitable. If you're so damn desperate, then why don't you do me a favour and kill those rats that have made a nest by the windmill just south of here. Aye, do that and then we'll talk. Yep. Anyone else getting the feeling that he doesn't know shit? What am I doing? Yeah. Rat's nest. Oh, I can hit them all actually. No, I can't. I gotta be aiming properly. There we go. We're not building up. Oh, there we go. Peace gauge. What is it? 50. Yeah, we're not gonna be using it this time soon. Oh look, more. We might be using it. The king rat. Let's use it on the wind sprite. Interesting. To crush your enemies. Hey, we got an achievement. 1,000 enemies. Alright. Tractium. Yeah, so the beasties are dead, are they? Nice work, Venturer. Save me the hassle of... never mind. Alright, so, yeah, we've already got that weapon. That's pointless. And sky blue dye. Alright. Yeah, we'll get the next one. What? You're still asking about how we beat Titus? I don't know. Venture it was a pretty risky strategy. The kind only a veteran of 10 score battles could rely upon. I want to teach you, I truly do, but unless you prove you have what it takes to face that fat bastard, I can't, in good conscience, tell you a damn thing. At the very least, you'd need to be capable of slaying, say, a Gobu. Come to think of it, that ain't a half bad idea. Or that ain't a bad idea. Them creatures have a taste for the flower melt here, so you ought to have no trouble finding one in the vicinity. Of course, I ain't asking you to cut down as quick as a skilled axeman like myself. Any road, why don't you try heading due west and stand in lookout, in case a Gobu comes calling. Slay it, and I might consider telling you more about old Titus. Alright, let's quickly do this. This will be the last one, and then we'll move on to next episode. We'll cut the episode, I guess. That's what I should be saying. Come on. Where is he? There he is. Oh, I turned that off. Whoops. I think he got an AoE, so I'm just gonna piece him away from Jasper. Yep, thought so. See? No, he's level 30. Is that it? Yep. Eh? You again? Then that Gobu was just, was harassing the Millers is dead? Didn't think you had it in you, Venturer. Still, you took forever and a day to get the job done. I'm still not sure if I should tell you our secrets. Well, it doesn't really matter. We just choose whatever and sell it. Alright. With that, we're going to call it. Next episode, obviously, we'll continue with his quest, the Lamenton Way. We'll catch you next time.